Hey, it's MK, and I am here with a Paw Your Way into Our Hearts layout for you guys today. I am also playing along with May I Scraplift You, and I am lifting Lisa Cuneo today. And this layout just made me want to work on these puppy photos that I have of our two puppies playing in the snow on a snow day with the kids. And the kids decided that they were going to go out and shovel our patio, which is huge, to make a sledding hill. It was more work than they thought it was. So here is the layout that I'm going to be lifting from Lisa, and I'm doing another faux pocket page. I don't know if hers was a pocket page or not, or if hers was a faux pocket page, but that's what I plan on doing. For one, I'm still at the crop, and for two, I was too lazy to go pick out pocket pages for the specific layouts that I chose to do pocket pages with. So that's my bad. That's the one thing that I chose not to do. Okay, so from the Simple Stories, I think it was the Woodland Winter or Winter Woods collection, I have these die cuts. And then from the Pink Fresh, oh golly, 'tis the season, I want to call it. That is the die cuts from that as well. These little laser cut pieces are all from 49 at Market, except for this one. That one is a Simple Stories, I want to say Winter Lodge collection. And then these are little labels that I had left over from a paper pumpkin kit. I have two Dusty Attic chipboard pieces that I'm excited to play with. This is a collage of some Simple Stories pieces, not Dusty Attic, some laser cut pieces from 49 and Market, and then acrylic pieces from my shop, but I don't plan on using the acrylic pieces at all. I just brought them for the poinsettias actually, and then I don't end up using any of them. I have some canvas flare buttons that I picked up from the Scrap and Happy Studio shop. I love their stuff, you guys. So I pick up what I can, when I actually pay attention to her new releases. I have these little brads, the faux brads from the Winter Woods as well, but I choose not to use those at all. And then the sticker sheet from the Winter Woods. I'm finally going to use this piece. I hoard stripes like this, you guys, especially when they're distressed stripes. I love paper like this. And so I'm finally going to use it. It's from Holiday Wishes, The Village. I don't actually remember buying the whole collection of this. I think I just bought 2 or 3 sheets of this stripe. And then from Close to My Heart, I don't remember what collection it was from, but I have the sticker sheet as well. This one here almost looks like a Kaiser Craft. It is, it's called Base Coat number 4. It's from that collection. It's got this really cool cement bricky thing going on the back, but I'm going to use this really cool dusty gray wood. And then from Close to My Heart as well, I have this 2-tone cardstock, but now I'm thinking I'm going to make a double page. How am I going to make a double page when I only have 3 pieces of paper? So later, I do end up bringing in 2 white base coats, but you don't even see them. So that's just a thing that I had to remember. So I'm going to cut out about 2 inches off the top of my wood grain. So that way I don't end up using the whole thing and then covering up most of it, and I can use the wood grain for something else. And then I'm cutting my cardstock down into 4-inch strips because that's what most of my photos are. They're 4x6 photos with a white border on them. And then for my striped piece, I'm cutting it at 4 inches, and then I'm saving the rest at 8 inches because that's actually what's going to go on the other page with the wood grain at the top and at the bottom. So this is what it's going to look like. I finally pulled in some base paper, some white cardstock. I am currently using Close to My Heart's White Daisy cardstock, but once I run out of that, I will be using the Stampin' Up! Close to My Heart white cardstock, which is now called Willow White. I bought a pack. I used it. I love it. It's the same stuff. I'm so stoked, you guys. And what's important about why it's so important for me of it being the white cardstock is mostly because of the fact that I can do a little bit of mixed media to it and not have to coat it with anything. I don't have to gesso it. I don't have to prep it. I don't have to do anything. It accepts the mixed media very little, not a whole lot, but a lot very, very well. That's what I love about the Close to My Heart white cardstock, you guys, if I haven't said it before, which I'm pretty sure I have. Okay, so because I'm me and we are outside, I am distressing all of the edges, which means now I am creating gaps in my paper. I'm not going to just paper piece this together. I just now created gaps because when you distress an edge, obviously it's not going to be 4x6 anymore. Now it's going to be a little bit smaller, depending on how rough you are with your edges. So what I'm going to be doing is making a shadow behind all of my paper pieces. So I'm going to take this hickory smoke color and distress all the way around the edge and then count where I need to distress in between the paper pieces. So I've got 4x6, so I just counted at 6 and created a line there. On this side, I'm going to be doing 4x4s. So on the 4-inch line, I'm going to create a line there, and I'm going to create this all throughout both pages. Whether it made a difference or not, I don't know, but I sleep well at night knowing I don't have any white cardstock showing. Why didn't I grab a darker gray cardstock? Because I'm at a crop and I always take plenty of white cardstock, except for that one time. I know Janet's going to comment. There was that one time where I completely forgot any white cardstock at all. Luckily, Janet was at the crop. She shared her white cardstock with me. And it would have been a disaster. It truly would have been. But I usually always try to keep white cardstock on hand because I can always change the color. I always bring inks. I always bring sprays. I always bring something with me to change my color. I do the same thing with my stickers. My alpha stickers. I always bring all of my white alpha stickers because I never know what color I'm going to be needing and I don't want to bring all of them. So I have a collection of white alpha stickers and then I can spray them, I can ink them, I can color them with markers, I can do whatever I need to do with the white because of the fact that I just don't know what color I'm going to be needing at the time until I'm sitting there with the layout in front of me. Okay, so I've got all of my ink inked up. I did actually, that one I messed up. I didn't count correctly and I had to do 2 on my left page, but it's okay. Like I said, I don't really know if it made a difference or not. Maybe if you look up real close and personal, but for me, I felt better because now I didn't have to worry about any white cardstock showing through. The layout has that effect that I wanted for it. So, and true to form, Close to My Heart's white 12 by 12 isn't always 12 by 12. It's always a little bit less on one side and a little bit more on the other. I don't understand that. Maybe it's just their trademark. I have no clue. So anyways, that's what we're going with. So yeah, here I am just going to go ahead and glue everything down, and pretty much just because I wanted to share with you guys what it actually looked like. These pieces here for the cardstock pieces, they were a little bit bigger than 4x6. I'm not understanding that one either, but I went ahead and I left it. I went with it. I trimmed my photos down ever so slightly, so you don't even see. Now see, this is the one other reason. Why did you do this? I did it for the roughed edge. That's why I did this. You don't even see, unless again, you look up close and personal, that the gray doesn't really stick out a whole lot. It's just there for the distressed edge. That's pretty much all it is. Can I create that type of edge without having that piece of cardstock behind my pictures? I don't think so. In all honesty, I do distress the edges of my pictures, but I don't like to because every now and then I gouge a spot in my pictures that I didn't want to be that big, right? So I like just using cardstock. I mean, it's just paper. I'm okay with it. And it serves it well. I also added some of this really cool mesh that Janet found at her Hobby Lobby, and she was happy enough to share some with me. I was so lucky at this, but it's a winter mesh and it's got these little sparkly faux snowflakes on them. So I was super excited to add them to my layout because it looks like it looks like Lisa used something behind her clusters as well. So I was super excited about that. And then here I'm just really quickly, I sped this up so fast, but I wanted to share with you guys how I color my chipboard. And I use Distress Oxides, you guys, because Distress Oxides does not sink into the very porous surface of the chipboard. Now, when you see this here, I'm doing my spray. I'm not actually getting a green spray. I'm actually just getting the sparkle from the spray, right? The spray ink or whatever it is. So be careful when you do that as well, because it might not be the effect you're looking for. Test it on a piece of your chipboard first before you do it on your image to see if that's the effect that you're looking for, because sometimes when you add the spray in a splatter or even try to spray it, it'll soak up all that color and you're just going to get a dirty chipboard. It's not going to be as vibrant as you were hoping for. Oxides, you guys. Oxides is the way to go. Okay, so on my left-hand page, I went ahead and I matted 3 out of my 4 photos. I trimmed them down and everything. I just skipped all that because it was very boring. And I matted them in the wood grain because I did not have enough of the of the gray cardstock left for all of my photos. I thought I was going to be able to trim them down a little bit more, but I did not. And because they didn't have that white border around them anymore, I went ahead and matted them in the wood grain because that's what I had available, instead of bringing out more white cardstock, which I could have, and it would have matched, it would have been perfect, but this is what I had, so let's use it. I went ahead and went through all of my sticker sheets and picked out all the stickers that I thought I was going to use a lot more red on this layout, you guys. I really, really did. I was super stoked to add that red to it, but when it came down to getting it, so like see here, I'm picking out all the poinsettias. I'm grabbing all the things, thinking that that's what I'm going to want to add to this layout. However, I don't end up using any of it. I barely end up using any red because the stripes bring in all that red. So I did pick out this giant chipboard piece that says Wonderland. And then where did that chipboard piece come from? Must have come from a bag or something. I don't remember. I don't remember if I shared with you guys that I had chipboard. But anyway, surprise. I also did flatten my flare, so I'm super happy to be using this cute, super cute flare. But I am going to make my title say a wintry wonderland because my puppies love being out in the snow. This was about 2 years before we lost little Shadow here. Shadow is our German Shepherd down at the bottom. So yes, it was very hard for me to be doing these layouts because we no longer have Shadow, but our black lab is still with us for a couple more years. We still treat him like he's a puppy, but these photos, I mean, Shadow was running around like that all the way up to the end, and he just never wanted to give up. He just wanted to entertain us and be there for us. He was adorable. I miss him so much, you guys. All right, back to the layout. I tried to do all the clusters. So Lisa has 2 clusters on the left side and 2 clusters on the right side, especially underneath the upper left photo on the right side. She's got a little strip of a cluster going on, some scrap paper, a cute little embellishment going on. And I tried it, but I didn't have the right elements. I didn't have enough scrap paper. I didn't have enough of what it was that I needed to make that cluster. So I completely eliminated it and just concentrated on the 3 clusters that I needed. I did pop up Shadow's picture right here so I could put that cluster underneath. And I absolutely love how this layout turned out. I am so super happy to get these photos on, in my album. It was such a fun day. The kids had so much fun on their snow day, just playing in the snow, building this pile, and then having the puppies run around with them, and then them sledding down it and whatnot. It was so much snow. It was great. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that I was able to give you some hints and tips and pointers about chipboard, and of course about when you distress edges and then go to put them on a blank piece of paper. You want to make sure that, if you don't want that paper showing, then take a little bit of time and put some ink behind it. I have no clue Oh, it is she did use a pocket page. All right. Anyways, I've got a bunch of links down for you guys for Paw Your Way into Our Hearts. May I Scraplift You, all the good things. Lisa, thank you so much for allowing me to lift you today. I truly enjoyed it. I had so much fun lifting your layout. Even though I did a faux page, it was still so much fun. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much, and I will check you all later. Bye.